All right. How are we doing? How are we doing? I got to make some adjustments, man. This ain't going to work somehow. Somehow. I'm going to drop my guitar in the process. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now let me go to YouTube on the laptop and see if we got it. If we have sound. I'm going to take these off and put my earbuds on, if you don't mind. Hang tight, please. Let me see what happens here. There's a delay right here. I'm watching what y'all are watching. Hang on just a second. Okay, we seem to have audio. That's awesome. And we're not backwards either. We're not backwards. Man, thank God. That's awesome. Yes, I titled this The Missing Piece of the Puzzle because I finally found an app that is going to work while I stream live on YouTube, and it will not be backwards. The name of the app, if you're interested, is, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, if it's Mobizen, Mobizen. Is it Mobizen? Is that right? Is it Mobizen? That's the name of the app. So I've been trying some different ones out, and I said, well, let me try this. So I did a test run earlier today with this new app with my whole setup here, and I made the video private, and I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. So far, we're just getting started. So who knows? So I'm looking at the chat on the laptop. I don't have the chat. Hey, hello, chap. I don't have the chat on the phone because there's no way you can get it started, but I can't get it back off the screen. So, anyway, let's check the chat here. All right. Mr. Bruce is in the house. Hey, man, how are you? Bumbleus. Yo. R2, R3, Chicago's own guitar virtuoso. That's right, man. How are you, R2? Miss Janice, how are you doing? Wow. So, people are tuning in, so we know that it's working like it's supposed to, I guess. That's great. All right. Well, I know it's still early in the game. We still got a few people that are, hopefully will jump in. All right, man. So now let's carry on to the next stage of this app here, and let's play a song. Let's see if that works. And let's see, I don't know who was it that requested this artist. Craig Tullius requested this artist that I'm about to play. So I don't see him in here yet, but maybe he'll jump in here soon. So yes, R2 says the sign says EVH now. It's not. We changed companies from HV3 to EVH. Isn't that great? Wow. You see, YouTube, if you would, reverse the image, it would be cool, man. Good Lord. Okay, Craig, if you ever tune in, I don't know if you will, or you watch this on the replay, this is your request for this artist. Stand by. Hope you enjoy it.
she'll hurt some too. But oh, they love to watch her strut. Oh, they do respect her butt. They love to watch her strut. Ooh, oh yeah. Oh. Sometimes I wanna leave her, just give up and leave her, but they will never play that scene. In spite of all the talking, once she starts in walking, the lady will be all they ever dream. Oh, they love to watch her strut. Oh, they'll kill to make the cut. They love to watch her strut. Ah, oh yeah. Love to watch her. Watch her strut now. Oh, they love to watch her strut. Oh, they do respect her butt. They love to watch her strut. All right. Love a strut. Love to watch her strut. Love to watch her strut. All right. They love a strut. Love the lady strut. They love to watch her strut. Love to watch her strut. Oh yeah. They love to watch her strut.
Man, a little bit of the Bob Seger. All right. Hey, Jason, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it very much, man. Thank you so much, man. That was very kind. Thank you, sir. Johnny Bean is in the house. Johnny. Oh, Lord. All right, man. Let me go back just a little bit. Thank you, Jason, man. That's very kind of you, man. And you're going to love that concert that you got tickets for. You are going to love that. Thank you very much, man. Let me go back here real quick. Okay, let's see. R2. All right. Yeah, Johnny says time for Howie's walk. He can't stay. Okay, yeah, man. Yeah, Johnny's in a different time zone, so things are different for him. EJ's, hey man, how are you? And all right, man. Yeah, Johnny, thank you for stopping in. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in, man. I appreciate it very much. Bumbleus, all right. Yes, man. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Thank y'all for being here very much, man. I appreciate that. So I take it the music is clear. It was yeah, it was on the playback. It was great, you know. Let's see. All right. EJ's, oh, okay. Thanks, man. Thank you, Jason, for letting me know, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback. EJ said he is doing good. That's awesome, man. I'm glad. Thank y'all for being here so much. Yeah, man. Sometimes I'll go live on, I got something in my eye. God almighty. Sometimes I go live on Saturday, and sometimes it's Friday. It's always at the last minute when I make up my mind to go live. I know that's crazy. It should be a set schedule, but I was sitting in there and I said, well, Johnny's live right now. I know he's going to do his thing. So I'll just wait till he gets done and give this a shot, you know, and see how it works. So thank y'all for being here. Okay, on to the next song. Let's keep it going, man. Hang tight. Eddie Money, the Money Man, take me home tonight. Oh man, that's a fun song, man. That's a great 80s song. I love that, you know. Let's see. Frank C's in the house. Hey man, how are you? Thank you for being here. And this old stoner has made his appearance. How you doing, man? I saw you in Mark's stream in the chat, man. And let's see. Mr. Collins is in the house. JJ Collins. How are you, sir? Thank you for being here, man. Thank y'all for being here. Bumbleus wants to know, are these songs you know? If not, what's your learning process? These songs that I choose my backing tracks from a site called karaokeversion.com, and it comes from playing in bands in the past, playing a lot of 70s and 80s. Some songs take a little bit more work and to learn or to remember. And if I can't remember, I'll get on YouTube and check how to play it. Also, it comes down to having a good ear too. You know, that took me a long time to develop, you know, just like the last little bit of that, it was supposed to end on C, you know, and I ended on F. It's all right. You know, it's just, I haven't played that song in forever. And I think I've only went through it like twice, and that was like a few hours ago. And then I come in here and try to get set up and get everything going, and you just kind of go on the fly. But yeah, the learning process is coming in here and going over it. And if I can't figure it out or if I can't remember it, I'll go to somewhere like Guitarist 365, Carl Brown on YouTube. He's a great one to go to. There's a couple others. You just have to surf YouTube, man, and look at some stuff, and jamming with other people over the years, you know, for different songs. Yeah. So, and there's a lot of times I've went over these songs too, just not on camera, just from my own, you know, educational value, I guess, trying to learn them, you know. And hey, Frank C. How are you doing? So that's it, man. It's just somebody else asked me that. Oh, who is it, man? I haven't seen him in a long time on the chat. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he asked me, he said, how do you know these songs and all, you know? And I was like, well, it's just over time. It's just like anything else. When you do something for a while, like, you know, painting or whatever, you know, you if you like doing it, you'll try to get a little better at it. Hey, Soda, what's going on, man? Steve Anderson. How are you, sir? How are you doing, man? So it's just over time, man, just messing with it, you know, and that's it. Some songs, thank you, Steve. Some songs turn out to where they're not as hard to play, and some you have to work. It's just like any kind of different songs, man. Like Steve Vai, Satriani, Yngwie. I can't do none of that stuff, man. I just stick with what I feel comfortable trying to play. But it's the music I love, which is classic rock in the 80s, you know, a little bit of 90s. I love that stuff, you know. Was I mostly rhythm in bands or shred solos? The bands I was in, there was usually two guitar players, but usually the other guitar player was an acoustic guitar player. So that person was the lead vocalist and rhythm guitar. But acoustic, when I first did that years ago, I didn't think that would go together. You know, electric and acoustic in a band setting. I was like, that's going to sound weird, but it was great. It was a great, added a great dimension to it, you know. So I was mostly rhythm and then lead, you know, which I, you know, still have to work on my lead stuff a lot. It's just, you know, just go with what I know and try to improvise, you know. Oh, Lord. Maury. inventor of the pizza slider at Arby's. Maury, what's going on, man? Let's see. Yes, Maury says this from HV3 to EVH. Yes, finally. Yay. Finally. How you doing, Maury? Yeah, man. Let's see. Thank you, Mr. Bruce. He says he loves the guitar. Thanks, man. It's the all natural. Yeah, man. Carl Brown is great, EJ says. Yeah, man, he is amazing. I've looked at his channel a lot for, on doing songs and stuff like that. I refer to his channel a whole lot. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's just it, man. Just, playing in bands and stuff, and the one thing too, that if you can play with musicians that are better than you, that is a big key element there too. Always try to find musicians that are better than you. It's not a competition, but if you get with the right group of people, they're going to be cool anyway. They're not going to be, as long as you can pull your own weight, you know what I mean? Then you'll be fine. I remember a real quick story, the very first band I was in, I was, what was I, 20, 19? I was young, man, and got into my first band. And these guys have been playing together for a while, and they were looking for another guitar player, right? I saw the ad at the music store on the cork billboard there, or whatever you want to call it, whatever the name of it is. Called the number and went over there and auditioned. They was like, yeah, okay, and geez, man, I haven't been playing but a few years, 2 years. It wasn't a long time. And but it got to where they were trying to teach me the songs in the set list, and I just couldn't. I never played those songs before. I mean, they were songs that I've heard, for a long time, but I never sat down and tried to learn the songs. I was always doing my own thing, I never will forget. Y'all remember in the old guitar magazines, I can't remember if it was Metal Method or one of those ads back in the day, and I won't never forget this. And it was an ad that's a full page ad that says, "How many songs do you know?" Then you went down further and said, "How many of those songs can you play?" And then at the bottom said, "How many of those songs can you play all the way through?" And I was like, ooh, that just hit me, just that itself, I was like, I don't know any damn song I can play all the way through. I just didn't. I could play riffs of songs, but I didn't know songs all the way through. And I knew then, I said, man, I need to buckle down, So I was in that band for just a little while. It wasn't long, and they let me go because I couldn't retain all the knowledge I couldn't remember all the songs. It was like all new to me, even though these were songs that had been around for a little bit. I couldn't play them. I was like, man, I would struggle. And they told me that I was going to get somebody else. It sucked, but it is what it is, man. I was just a kid. Doug Marks, soda is correct. Soda is correct. Thank you, sir. Maury says Joe prefers to play all natural. Well, yeah, that's right, man. Maury, you ain't right. Let's see here. I'm just trying to skim over these comments, make sure I'm not missing if anybody's asking a question or a comment. Everybody's talking to everybody, each other. That's great. Everybody else, that's awesome. Maury, Maury, it's hard for me to find musicians better than me. I have pretty much perfected the art of air triangle. And Maury's crazy. Yeah, that was Doug Marks. Yeah, that was what that was. I remember what it said in that ad. I remember that from so long ago, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, wow. You would go to the guitar store, and the guys that I always wanted to see play were the salesmen, the guitar salesmen, or the associates, and that was always a treat for me. I'd always want to watch those guys play, man, because they would just rip, and I was like, oh my God. I didn't have any money. I might have barely enough money for maybe a pack of strings or maybe a few picks, but it was just really to go there, not only that I felt accepted there, because everybody there has got something in common already. You don't even know that person, but you already got something in common, but you'd listen to people play, and you would hear them play riffs of different songs. And there's been plenty of times I walked up to somebody and said, "Oh, hey man, excuse me, can you show me that?" And he was like, "Yeah," but 90% of the people were always really cool, man. You really didn't run into too many jerks, once in a blue moon, but usually everybody's pretty cool. Mr. Rockin' Dave Byron. Hey, Joe, good to see you, bro. Just got back from my gig, wiped out. Man, relax and chill out, Mr. Byron. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. I appreciate that, sir. I hope you're doing well, you and Deb, and the little kittens. Is it Thor and Tiger? See, I pay attention, man. Rockin' Dave Byron. That's it, man. Let's see. Maury, too bad I haven't perfected the art of typing. Yeah, I tried to help you out, man. I saw that word was left out. That's what gets you sometimes when you read comments, and if somebody, everybody's guilty of it, man, and they'll leave a word out or something, and you're like, you're trying to read it. They're like, I know I can read. Just, and it kind of throws you for a loop, But yeah, just playing with different people, man, playing music with different people, and that goes a long way, I've had my days of playing in bands and doing stuff like that. It's still fun to jam with people if I had the time to do that. If I could, but I just don't have the time. So I come in here and just put on my headphones, and it doesn't bother anybody. I kind of get my own little world right here for a few minutes, and and just play. It doesn't have to be nothing phenomenal. Just play. So, oh boy. Check my tuning, man. Can never go wrong with checking your tuning every once in a while, every little bit, right? Especially after you play a couple of songs, man. It's always good to check. You ever been around that person that they just won't tune, or they don't get it? It's like, wait a minute now. It's like, dude, you're out. They're like, huh? Never mind. Those people you want to avoid, in a band situation or whatever, because they're going to just make everything bad. No offense on them, but what was that shirt that what was that one guy that had them videos out too? Not Doug Marks, but the other guy. Y'all told me before, he had a bunch of stuff on VHS back in the day. Learn how to play in the style of Van Halen. Learn how to play in the style of Stevie Ray Vaughan and all that. I remember in a couple of old Van Halen videos he had in the style of, he had that shirt that says, "Tune it or die." I was like, yes, absolutely. Tune it. Vintage Sounds. Jamie, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Mike is himself. There he is. And Salvador Van Gogh, how are you, man? My man Jason, man, congratulations on your new acquirement, my friend. He is a brand new homeowner. Kurt Mitchell, Bumbless, thank you very much. That is correct. Kurt Mitchell, yeah. Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to him, man. Yeah, JJ Collins says, yes, that's usually the bass player for not tuning correctly. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Jason, I hope you're doing good, man. He says he's loving it. Awesome, man. I'm glad. I've been seeing your pictures, man. That's fantastic. Vintage Sounds. Thanks, man. Thank you, sir. You're too kind. Thank you. So, all right, we're going to move on to this next song, and I'm not quite sure if it's around the anniversary of this artist's death. I should know it. I should have fact checked that before I came on here, but I didn't. So we're going to try this, and hope you enjoy it. I love this artist. And it's sad that he's not here anymore. He's one of my favorites. Very underrated guitar player, but amazing musician all the way around. Hang tight.
Never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only want one time to see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain.
Prince. I love that song. That is my favorite Prince song, man. Oh, I love that. And yeah. Thank y'all for watching that, man. That is, I mean, if that song doesn't make you feel something, I mean, I know I don't do it justice, but just in general, that song, man, that is the most beautiful written song I've ever heard in my life, you know? And I just love that song. It is a great song, Bumbliss. Yeah, man, I love that song. Thank you, Soda. I appreciate it, man. It's a lot of fun, man. I love that song. And yeah, so So thank y'all for watching, man. Thank y'all very much for being here. I really very much appreciate it. Thank you. I really do. There's Jim Gitry, man. Jim comes in right under the wire, man. Thank you, Jim. I hope you're feeling well, Jim. Everybody give Jim your well wishes, please. He's been very much under the weather, man, and he's battling a severe infection. So, Jim, I hope you're doing well, man. Thank y'all for being here for this live stream. I wanted to make sure that it held up and it was the correct way. It wasn't backwards. And thank you, everybody who showed up. And thank you for the thumbs ups, man. That really helps a lot. Thank you so much. When this video processes, it might take a few minutes for it to process. But then look at the links below in the description. You'll see links for T-shirts, music, stuff like that, man. All kind of cool stuff. Social media, all that stuff. And Jim says he's he's doing better. I got you. I got you, man. I'm glad, Jimbo. I'm glad you're doing good, man. Let's see. Dave Byron. Hey, Joe, we're doing a show back in Chicago called Club Penny Road Pub with a female drummer, Hannah Ford, who was Prince's last drummer. Oh, wow. That is amazing, Dave. I know you got some cool stories, man. That's awesome. Man. Fantastic. And, okay, guys, I guess I want to go for now. And, thank you for being here again. I really, really much appreciate it, man. I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Be safe. I want to be busy tomorrow, so that's another reason why I just jumped on here tonight and mess around a little bit. Take care, everybody. God bless. We'll see you next time in the next video. Until then, this is Joe with Joe's Project TV. Take care. Bye-bye.